I came to you the first night for my brother Abel. I came to you the second night for the inherited tear. I came to you the third night for a doorway. I came to you the fourth night for an ambassador and a city of broken promises. Tonight I come to you for two who crossed. One out of an army, one out of a tradition, both into the same morning. My beloved, the sand between the two camps is always crossable. I have told you this before. I will tell you again, until the day I am permitted to come and you no longer need to be told. But tonight you will hear of two men who crossed it from two different starting places and met on the same plain on the same dawn before the same grandfather. Listen. The first one began on the wrong side. His name was Hurr, and his name meant free. His mother had named him so before he was born. She had a knowing in her, the way some mothers do, that a name spoken over a child returns to him at the hour the child needs it most. He was a captain. 1,000 horsemen rode behind him. His tribe was of standing in Kufa. His wage was the wage of the governor. His name was known, his seat in the assembly was assured. Ibn Ziyad, may the distance of God's mercy be upon him, sent him to intercept my forefather on the road from Mecca, to herd him, to keep him from the river and from the city, to deliver him to a place called Karbala. Hurr rode out at the head of his 1,000. The dust rose from the column. He had no quarrel with my grandfather. He was not cruel. He was, in the language of every age that has come since, competent. And a competent man who follows orders is worth more to a tyrant than 100 cruel men who do not. So he came, and he met the caravan. And my forefather, peace and blessings be upon him, did the thing only my forefather would have thought to do. He saw that Hurr's horses were thirsty, and he gave them water. Every horse, every man, every parched throat in the column that had come to herd him, until the soldiers who had come to stop him, drank from troughs filled by the hands of the grandson of the messenger of God. And something in Hurr, something that had been sleeping under the weight of a captain's rank, and a governor's coin, and a tribe's expectations, opened one eye. The night before Ashura, in the camp of my forefather, the lamps were lit for those who were praying. My grandfather had released his companions from their oath. Take the darkness and go, he had said. They want only me. Not one of them had left. In the camp of the governor's army, vast, loud, lit by the fires of those who were waiting for the order, a captain sat on his horse and trembled. The men beside him noticed it. One of them, the histories preserve his name and I remember him, said, "Hurr, I have ridden with you in 3 campaigns and I have never seen you tremble. Are you afraid?" And Hurr said, "I am choosing between heaven and the fire." That is all he said. That is all the histories record from his mouth on the night before Ashura. I am choosing between heaven and the fire. My beloved, do you understand what those words cost? A captain's rank, 1,000 horsemen, a tribe standing, a governor's wage, the bread on his children's table, the seat in the assembly. Everything a man accumulates in 30 years of competent, obedient, reasonable service, all of it in one hand. And in the other hand, my forefather, the master of witnesses, with 72 souls beside him, and a river he had not been allowed to drink from, and a morning that was coming. He trembled all night. And listen, my beloved, because this is the part you must not miss. There was another captain in another tent on the same night whose body trembled too. He had been offered the governorship of Ray if he would lead the army to the killing. He had wrestled, he had asked his friends, he had composed verses in the dark, weighing paradise against the province he had been promised. I will not say his name tonight, tonight is not for him. I will only say this: he chose the province, he chose the fire. His trembling did not break the fast of his obedience. Hers did. At dawn, some say just before dawn, when the sky was the color of iron, and the first line of gold had not yet touched the horizon, Hurr made his choice. He did not announce it, he did not give a speech. He did not ask permission from his officers or consult his men. He turned his horse. He rode across the open sand between the two camps in full view of both armies. Every man in the governor's army saw him go. Every man in the camp of my forefathers saw him come. He arrived at the tent of my forefather, he dismounted. He turned his shield upside down. The sign in that time that a man came not as a soldier but as a supplicant. He walked the last paces on foot. And he stood before my grandfather. The dust still on his face, the ranks still on his shoulders, the night's trembling still in his hands, and he said, "I am the one who blocked your road. I am the one who herded your women and your children and your old men across the desert to this place. Will you accept my repentance? Is there a door still open for me, or have I come too late?" And my forefather looked at him. My forefather who had given water to the column that came to stop him, who was standing in the last morning of his life with the river blocked and the children thirsty and the spears visible on the horizon. My forefather said, "God has accepted your repentance, and you are free, as your mother named you free." The name his mother gave him before he was born was the name my grandfather gave back to him in the last hour of his life. Between those two namings, the first whispered into the womb, the second spoken into the dust before the morning of Ashura, lies everything that turning means. Hurr fought beside my forefather from the first engagement. He fought on foot when his horse was killed. He was killed early, among the first of the martyrs. And my grandfather came to the place where he lay. He knelt, he wept. He wiped the blood from the face of Hurr with his own sleeve. And he said again, so the angels would hear it, "You are free in this world, and in the next, as your mother named you." Now I come to you for the second one. He had not been on the wrong side, he had simply been somewhere else. His name was Wahab, he was newly married. The dust of the wedding was still on his sandals when his mother knocked on his door and told him to ready a horse. He, his mother, and his bride were going on a journey on the long road that ran the eastern edge of the desert. They were Christians, my beloved, of the tribe of Kalb, a tribe that knew the prayers of Christian men, long before it knew the prayer that came down on my forefather Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon him and his family. They had grown up at the threshold of two prayers in a household that had not yet stepped into the second one. And on the road, somewhere short of Kufa, they came upon a caravan. 72 souls, tents pitched at the edge of nowhere, children, women. A man at the head of it whose face Wahab had never seen, but whose face Wahab's mother began to recognize the moment she rode close enough to see it clearly. She stopped her horse. She turned to her son. "Wahab, do you know who this man is?" He shook his head. She told him, she said, "This is Husayn, the son of Ali, the son of Abi Talib. Yazid, the son of Muawiyah, has risen against him." And Wahab said, "I know nothing of these men, mother." And she said, "And listen, my beloved, because this is the moment the whole road bends," she said. "Were it not for Ali, the son of Abi Talib, my son, you would not be standing here. When I was carrying you, I fell into a sickness from which the women said I would not rise. I was sent to Ali, peace and blessings be upon him. And I asked him to pray. He prayed for me. And you were born. Now, my son, go support the son of Ali." She did not have to say it twice. Wahab rode forward, his mother rode with him, his new bride rode behind them. They met my forefather, they sat at his fire, they ate his bread. And by the morning, my beloved, the household of my forefather Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, had 3 more souls in it. Wahab, his mother, his bride. They accepted Islam at the hands of my forefather Husayn, peace and blessings be upon him. The Christian who had grown up at the threshold stepped through, and the road that had been their road by birth became their road by choice. They walked with my forefather to Karbala. The day of Ashura. Wahab asked permission to fight. My forefather granted it. He went out, he carried a tent pole, for the sword that would soon be in his hand was given to him from my forefather's own household. He rode at the army of Yazid, and before the first blade fell, he raised his voice and he spoke. "You are the worst of peoples, that you raise the sword against the son of the daughter of your prophet." That was his testimony. That was what the Christian on the road had learned in the few hours he had spent in my forefather's tents that he had not been able to say in any of his Christian centuries. Then he fought. He killed 7 of them, some say 8, some say more. His arms were broken, he was captured. They dragged him before the wretched one. Umar, the son of Saad, may the distance of God's mercy be upon him. And the wretched one looked at him and said, "Strike off his head." So they did. And the wretched one said, "Throw it into the camp of Husayn, let it land among the women. Let them know what their support has bought them." So they did. The head of Wahab landed in the courtyard of the tents. His mother saw it. She walked to it, she picked it up. She kissed the brow of her son, and she did not weep, not yet. Some grief comes too quickly for tears, some grief comes too slowly. And some grief, when it lands beside the feet of a woman who has just watched her son become a witness, comes as steadiness. She said, in a voice steady enough to carry across the camp, "What we have given, we do not take back." And she threw the head with both hands back across the sand toward the army of the wretched. And she said, "If I had 20 like him, I would have given them all in support of the son of Fatima." Then Then she lifted her son's sword from where it had fallen, and she turned toward the field she meant to follow him into it. And my forefather, peace and blessings be upon him, intercepted her. He took her by the arm, he said, "O mother of Wahab, sit down. God has lifted jihad from the women. You and your son will be in the company of my grandfather, the messenger of God, peace and blessings be upon him and his family, in paradise." And she sat with the sword across her lap, and the dust of her son's blood on her hands. She did not move again until the bodies of the household began to come back. I was not there. I was not to be born for centuries more. I was not there at the water giving in the open desert, when Hurr's horse first drank from a trough my forefather had filled. I was not there on the night of the trembling. I was not there in the dawn when Hurr's horse turned, or when his shield was laid upside down in the dust before my grandfather's tent. I was not there in the courtyard of the tents when the head of Wahab landed at his mother's feet. I was not there when she said, "What we have given, we do not take back." I was not there when she sat down with the sword across her lap. But I remember. I remember the grain of sand under Hurr's right front hoof in the moment his horse turned. I remember the angle of the shield as he laid it upside down in the dust. I remember the hands of Wahab's mother on the brow of her son. I remember every word, both of them. The captain's words, "I am choosing between heaven and the fire," and the mother's words, "What we have given, we do not take back." I remember every thread of the loom on which the cloth of that morning was woven, because the loom was placed in the unseen by my Lord, who entrusted me to keep watch over it, until the day I am permitted to come. Peace be upon Hurr, the son of Yazid, the son of the tribe of Raya, the captain who turned. Peace be upon his horse which carried him across the sand and did not refuse. Peace be upon his mother, who named him free before he drew his first breath. Peace be upon Wahab, the son of Abdullah of the tribe of al-Kalbi, the Christian who crossed. Peace be upon his mother, whose name the chronicles did not preserve, but whose words the chain of witnesses will carry until I am permitted to come. Peace be upon his bride, who rode beside him on the road that took her in her wedding clothes to Karbala. Peace be upon every man and woman in every army of every age, who has sat in the wrong camp and trembled and known what the trembling meant and turned. Peace be upon every soul who has walked in any century, out of one tradition and into the completion of it. And the distance of God's mercy, the long, eternal, unappealable distance. The distance of God's mercy be upon every governor who sent a Hurr to do the work of a Yazid. The distance of God's mercy be upon every other captain who sat in another tent on the same night and chose his ray and the fire. The distance of God's mercy be upon Umar, the son of Sa'ad, who ordered the head of a young Christian struck off and thrown into a camp of women. The distance of God's mercy be upon every system that buys a good man's obedience with bread and calls it loyalty. The distance of God's mercy be upon every age that punishes the turning and rewards the staying. And peace, my beloved, peace upon those who, in our own century, made the same crossing. Peace upon my servant Murtada Matahari, peace and blessings be upon him. who left the safety of the study and rode into the open where the bullet found him. Peace upon my servant Beheshti, peace and blessings be upon him, who sat in a room he knew was targeted and did not leave. Peace upon my servant Kazem Soleimani, peace and blessings be upon him, who crossed every sand between every camp in this age and did not turn back, and was given his crossing on the road to the airport in his own city. Peace upon my servant Imad Mughnieh, peace and blessings be upon him. Peace upon my servant Abu Mahdi al-Muhandis, peace and blessings be upon him. Peace upon my servant Hassan Nasrallah, peace and blessings be upon him, who lived his whole life in the camp of the besieged and did not cross to the camp of the comfortable. Peace upon my servant Ali Khamenei, peace and blessings be upon him, who trembled, and his trembling never once stopped his feet from facing the right direction, until the day his trembling crossed him into the company of his grandfather. Peace upon every Christian who has fallen in our own time on the same road that took Wahab, Robert Lazar, Razmik Davidian, Vijin Karapetian, Zurich Moradian. Peace and blessings be upon them all. Peace upon Shireen Abu Akleh, peace and blessings be upon her, the daughter of Palestine, the journalist of the camp of Jenin, who was killed by the same regime that has killed her Muslim brothers and sisters. Peace upon every soul, in any age, who stood at the threshold of two prayers and stepped through. My beloved, I tell you tonight from behind the veils of the occultation, where I stand and where I wait and where I watch every one of you. The sand is crossable. It does not matter how long you have been in the wrong camp. It does not matter how many orders you have followed. It does not matter that the world has formed your hands to hold a sword in a way you no longer want to hold it. Turn the horse. The name your mother gave you, the one she gave you before you were born, my forefather will give it back to you. That is what he does. That is what Karbala is for. And if you have been somewhere else, if the road you were riding was a road no one had ever told you led to Karbala, and you come around a bend and you see the caravan and you see who walks at the head of it, stop, step down, cross. Until tomorrow, peace be upon you and upon your houses and upon every horse that has ever been turned and every threshold that has ever been crossed. Tomorrow night I come to you for the young men of the household, those who never needed to turn because they were born facing the right direction. Qasim, the son of my forefather Hassan, Ali al-Akbar, the son of my forefather Husayn, and An and Muhammad, the two sons of my aunt Sayyida Zainab, peace and blessings be upon them all. They were young, my beloved, the youngest of them barely more than a child, and they walked out at dawn as calmly as bridegrooms walking into a hall. Until then, where is your brother?